A young man once went to a Zen master seeking guidance. "Master," he asked, "what is the meaning of life?" The Zen master replied, "I cannot tell you the meaning of life, but I can tell you a story." The story goes like this. Once there was a fish who lived in a small pond. The fish was happy in the pond, but one day he began to feel a yearning for something more. He wanted to know what lay beyond the pond, beyond the trees and the hills that surrounded it. So the fish set out on a journey, determined to explore the world beyond his small pond. He swam upstream, against the current, and over waterfalls and rapids until he reached the top of a mountain. As he looked out over the vast expanse of land and sea before him, he realized that the world was much larger and more complex than he had ever imagined. And yet, he knew that there was still much more to discover. The young man was puzzled by the story and asked the Zen master what it meant. The Zen master replied, "The fish had a plan, a longing to explore and discover the world beyond his small pond. But he also surrendered to the flow of the water, to the current that carried him to new places and experiences. So too must we have a plan for our lives, but we must also surrender to the flow of the universe and trust that there is a greater plan at work." The moral of the story is that while it's important to have plans and goals in life, it's also important to surrender to the greater flow of the universe and trust that there is a higher purpose at work. By surrendering to the flow, we can open ourselves up to new experiences and opportunities that we may not have even considered before, and ultimately find fulfillment and meaning in our lives.